morning, happy afternoon, and happy evening to all my Nanbas and Nanbis. Today, we're gonna do 5 really important concepts which can fetch you 5 marks in the exam, and we're gonna do this under 5 minutes, guys. And today's subject is strategic management for the Jan 2026 examination. Before I get into the 5 marks and 5 minutes, I want to give you a really important resource that is the expected questions marathon, which is approximately only for 3 hours, guys. You just have to sit and watch the marathon, and entire SM will be done. If you don't have time to watch the entire marathon, I want you to finish that chapter, come here and see the question list. If you know the answers for those questions, well and good. If you don't know, at least study now and keep moving forward. Now I'm going to the 5 concepts in 5 minutes. The first one being, what is the importance of strategic management? There are 7 points for you to remember. The first one is, strategic management gives the direction to the company to move ahead. Strategic management helps organization to be more proactive instead of reactive. It provides the framework for all major decisions of the business. Strategic management seeks to prepare the organization to face the future and act as a pathfinder. This serves as a corporate defense mechanism against any mistakes or pitfalls which happens. Strategic management helps to enhance the longevity of the business. It helps the organization to develop the core competency and the competitive advantages. The 7 points are given here. It gives the direction. It is more proactive than reactive. It is a framework for decision making. It prepares the company to face the future. It is a corporate defense mechanism. It enhances the longevity. It helps for building the core competencies and gives a competitive advantage. This is the importance of strategic management. The second one is, what are the characteristics of objectives? They're also asking about what are the long-term objectives. Objectives means what? They are time-based goals. The objective should define the organization's relationship with the environment. They should be facilitated towards the achievement of the mission and achievement of the purpose. They will provide basis for strategic decision making. They will give the standards for the performance appraisal. The objective should be concrete and it should be specific. They should be related to a time frame. It should be measurable, controllable, challenging. They should correlate with each other. Different objectives should correlate with one another. Objective should be set within the constraints of organizational resources. Now, for example, your objective will be to complete entire FMSM in 24 hours. That is a time-based goal, which becomes an objective. So, the characteristics of objectives is all of these points. To achieve long-term prosperity, strategic planners commonly establish long-term objectives in 7 areas. What are the 7 areas? Profitability, productivity, competitive position, employee development, employee relation, technological relationship, and public responsibility. The third question is the core competency area. That means, where will you build your core competency? You can either be different from your customer, that is competitor differentiation, or you give more value to the customer, so you build your core competency there in respect to value, and people will start coming to you for the product or service, where you are able to apply to other markets. These 3 points of a core competency areas, that is competitor differentiation, customer value should be high, or application to other markets. The fourth one is turnaround strategy. That means, is something going wrong? We are looking back and seeing in the business. That is called as turnaround strategy. If they ask what are the conditions or indicators of turnaround strategy, persistent negative cash flows, uncompetitive product or service, reduction in the market share, the physical facilities, they are reducing, employee turnover is high, the morale of the employees are low, or overstaffing of employees are there. These are the indicators or conditions which is going to tell you that you have to look back and you have to turn around and see if everything is going smoothly or should you change something. What are the elements of turnaround strategy? What actually happens? The changes in the top management happen. Initial credibility building happens. Neutralizing the external pressure. Whatever I have to pay off, quick payoff activity. Reduce the cost, increase the revenue, liquidate the asset, and internal coordination must be high. These are the elements of turnaround strategy. What are the reasons for going off for turnaround strategy? This business no longer wishes to remain in the same business. This business understands that it becomes viable if I divest some segments. I have acquired somebody, but it proves to be a mismatch. There is negative cash flows. Competition is too high. Technology upgradation must happen. Turnaround strategy, there are 3 questions which can be asked. What are the indicators? What are the conditions? What are the elements? And what are the reasons? You have to understand as to what you have to write for what. What is strategic alliance? What are the advantages and disadvantages of strategic alliance? Strategic alliance means what? There is no merger which is happening. Two independent businesses, but they operate together. For example, Ola and Spotify. They operate together. Inside Ola cabs, you get Spotify, but still both of them have not merged with each other. It is basically like living together. Strategic alliance is basically a relationship between two or more businesses that enables each of the business to achieve their objectives, whether neither of them will be able to achieve it on their own. The strategic partners are still independent and separate entities, but still they share the benefits and continue to make contributions to the alliance. What are the advantages? There's organizational advantage, economic advantage, strategic advantage, and also political advantage. Organizational advantage, where each of them can learn necessary skills and get the capabilities from the partners. What is economic advantage? Reduction in cost and reduction in the risk also. Strategic advantage, where two competitors can come together and instead of competing, they can start to cooperating with each other. That is a strategic advantage. Political advantage, where I have to enter a foreign business, it becomes difficult until I have an alliance with somebody who's already there in the foreign land. So that is a political advantage. Only one disadvantage, that is I have to share my resources. In a normal circumstance, I will not be sharing these resources, but because of this alliance, I have to share the resources, and that is the only disadvantage for the strategic alliance. I also want to give you a bonus question that is about structure, SBU structure and network structure. SBU structure is basically like this. There is a president. Say for example, Tata is there. Under Tata, there is going to be finance, HR, marketing, production, inventory management, and so many other functions. And each of the strategic business units will be under the second level. And each of these businesses have a separate profit center, have a separate cost center, and they operate like their own business. That is separate business in itself. For example, the textile business, that is SBU2. Under the textile business, there is Westside, there is Zudio. There are divisions under strategic business units, and under each of the divisions, there are going to be functions, a separate marketing, financial, production, inventory management, HR. These are the functions which are there under each of the divisions. This is how a SBU structure will look. What is the meaning of network structure? Network structure is basically non-structure. There is no structure where they are outsourcing everything. If there is a case study saying they have outsourced most of the functions, then the structure that they are following is network structure. Example, Nike is a company which keeps outsourcing everything. They focus only on what they do. They don't care about the finance. They don't care about the marketing. They only focus on their design. They only focus on their product. That is called as network structure, also called as non-structure. Yes, guys, we are done with like 5+1 concept, and I've taken only 5 minutes for this. Just go through this again. If it comes in the exam, you're gonna get 5 marks with not even spending much time, guys. All the very best. Do well in your examinations.